teaching English to speakers of other languages, and I'm also a director of master's programs in my department. On this slide, you can also see a photograph of our head of the department, Professor Luke Harding. So if you come to us, you'll meet Luke in person. In this webinar, you will learn about Lancaster University and about our department. I will also tell you about our master's programs, about research centers, and about support that is available to postgraduate students. You will hear from one of our current students in Japanese, so it will be nice little exposure back to your home language for you. We will also tell you how to apply for a place with us, should you be interested. And at the end of the presentation, you will have an opportunity to ask questions. Okay, so a few words about Lancaster University. As you can see here, we are located right in the middle of the UK. We are not far away from Manchester, we're not too far away from York and from Liverpool, and not that far away from Edinburgh, which are the big and very picturesque cities in UK, and I'm sure you would like to visit them if you come to see us, to study with us, and it will take you around 2.5 hours by train to reach, to get to London if you were interested. So here is how our campus looks from the sky. As you can see, it is a very green campus. It is not a city campus. It is a university on the outskirts of Lancaster City. So we have got a lot of greenery. You can see the trees surrounding the campus. And so you will have lots of fresh air and wildlife around you. So it's a really nice, quiet, beautiful place to be in. So our university was founded back in 1964. We have got students at all levels of studies, so undergraduates, master's level and doctorate level studies. We have almost 16,500 students on campus, out of which 4,500 come from outside the UK, from all over the world, from over 100 countries. So you will have an opportunity to meet not only British students, but also students from other parts of the world, which is always a great experience, an opportunity to learn not just from academics, but also from other people from all over the world. So Lancaster University also have got additional 8,000 students who study on Lancaster global campuses. Lancaster has a campus not only in the UK, but also in China, Malaysia, Germany, Africa, and Indonesia. So Lancaster degrees are being offered all over the world, and you will have an opportunity to have a unique experience coming to actually the UK to study at the core, at the heart of Lancaster, if you want, Lancaster University. So here are some pictures of our beautiful campus. As I said, it is very green, it is very picturesque. We have got our own Lancaster ducks with little ducklings, lots of them right now on campus. So on sunny days, students study on the grass, they just enjoy themselves in the outdoor space. On not so sunny days, they use the spaces in the library or study from their home accommodation or special learning sort of corners and learning spaces on campus. So the campus itself is a comprehensive sort of facility. There is everything that you need should you come to us. So there will be, there is a very big sports center with a 25-meter swimming pool, climbing wall, sports hall, and 100 station gym. So if you're into sports, there is a great opportunity for you to continue to be healthy and to exercise. We have got post office, bank, we have got health center, dentistry, pharmacy, restaurants, cafe, bars on campus. So little shops, you can buy your groceries if you choose to stay on campus. You can also stay actually at Lancaster City, which is only 20-minute bus ride from the city Lancaster to Lancaster University. So Lancaster University has got a system of colleges, just like in Harry Potter or just like in Cambridge Oxford University. So we have got 9 colleges, and you can see the slide with 9 of them. So the college to which you will belong if you come to us is called a graduate college, because that is for postgraduate students. And here is a sketchy outline of our campus. And here are the colleges. So yellow bubbles are colleges for undergraduate students. So basically colleges are accommodations where students are staying. And the blue circle is where your graduate college will be located if you choose to stay on campus. And as I already advertised to you, there is a big sports center here. You can see on the slide. There is also something that we call Eco Hub, which is the opportunity for students to grow some vegetables, to look after the chickens, to, so if you are into that type of sort of agricultural experience, you will have an opportunity to do that. We also have a beautiful woodland walk around the campus, so that's a footpath. So if you like to walk outside of your study times, you will have this beautiful opportunity to enjoy yourselves on sunny days going around the campus in the woods. So here is a on-campus accommodation. If you stay in the graduate college, we have got en-suite rooms and we have got studio rooms. So if you would like to completely have your own independence, so maybe studio room is better for you, because in the studio room you will have your own hob. You can do your own mini kitchen, as well as your shower, your bed. You have a bigger bed, bigger desk, a bigger wardrobe, and your own sort of mini kitchen. If you're sharing facilities with others, you will still have your own shower and your own toilet, but you will share a kitchen with another several students. So we have got beautiful Wi-Fi access on all our on-campus accommodation, and you will have also the cost of living at Lancaster is cheaper than it would be, for example, if you went to London or another big city like Bristol, for example, or Edinburgh. So let's move on to our department and our research and teaching. So we are a very big department. We're a very big department with wide variety of expertise in various subfields of linguistics. As you can see here, yeah, sorry, there is someone talking on the background. Is it possible to maybe mute that person, because it's a bit difficult? Okay, thank you. That's nice. So yeah, so we have got lots of colleagues from various fields of linguistics expertise. As I mentioned, we have got a lot of students at master's level, undergraduate level, and PhD level. So if you come to us, you will be immersed into fantastic student community, students who are doing research in linguistics as well, who are doing the taught programs in linguistics. We are not only big, we are also great. We're not only a large department, but we are also a very successful department. We are ranked third best in the world for linguistics, and we are also ranked third best in the UK for linguistics. We are ranked second best in the Research Excellence Framework, which means that our department is very research intensive department. So when you come here, you would be taught by members of staff who are informing their teaching by research that they're doing. So we have got, out of that beautiful research rankings and research expertise, you can see that we have got a vast variety of various research groups and research centers. So, and anything that you like and everything that you like will probably be there offered by one of the research groups. So I have sort of clustered them by types. So for example, if you're interested in language learning and teaching, that you might want to join the language testing research group, or multilingualism and cognition research group, language learning research hub. If you're interested in language and linguistics more generally or more theoretically, then you may be interested in joining such research groups as Phonetics Lab, as ESSC Center for Corpus Approaches to Social Sciences, Cognitive Linguistics. If you're interested in forensic linguistics, which is how language is used in criminal investigations, then you might be interested in joining Forensic Linguistics, Cybersecurity and Technology Research group, and so on. To become a member of any one or more of these research groups, you don't really need to do much apart from express an interest. So you just need to say, I would like to be a member, and you will be added to the mailing list, and you will every week be receiving emails from a particular research group advising you which sessions are going to be taking place in the coming week or coming weeks, and it is up to you to choose whether to join them or not. So, it's not a compulsory experience. It's purely to enhance your experiences in the department and help you learn beyond your immediate academic degree that you would do if you come to study with us. So our department, we not only do research, we also write books for our students. So here are some examples of the books for our students, and our staff are really experts. Some of our staff have got national and international awards for the quality of teaching and supervision that they have done. And we also do a variety of research which has impact in the world. And you can see at the bottom the types of research. So for example, research in dyslexia, research in how people talk about disease, which metaphors they use, and how that knowledge can be used to inform medical professionals on how to communicate effectively and sensibly to the patients. And we have got forensic linguistics business expertise in the department as well. So let's now move on to our master's programs. We offer 5 programs on campus, which means that you will need to physically come to Lancaster to study on these programs. We also offer programs by distance learning, and I will talk about them a little bit later in this presentation. But for now, we are focusing on master's programs that will require you to be here at Lancaster. So these programs run full-time for 1 year, or you can do it part-time for 2 years. So the programs are Masters in Applied Linguistics and TESOL. TESOL stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. Masters in Language and Linguistics. Masters in Intercultural Business Communication. Masters in Discourse Studies. And Masters of Science in Forensic Linguistics and Speech Science. So let's have a look at the structure of the year. So if you are coming to us for a year, studying full-time, this is how your year will look like. There are 3 terms at Lancaster. The first term starts in October and runs through to December. The second term starts in January and runs to March, and the last term starts in April and runs to June. So in the first 2 terms, you will be taking modules. So you will be taking courses. Each course will last 10 weeks. And there are 3 courses in term 1 and 3 courses in term 2. Some of these courses will be compulsory, so you won't have a choice. And other courses will be optional, so you will be able to choose from the range of courses that are on offer. So between October and December, you will be taking classes, lectures, and seminars. At the end of December, you will be submitting your coursework. So before January, basically. And you will have a Christmas break. Between January and March, you will be apologies, my throat is sore. You will be attending lectures and seminars again, and you will be submitting your coursework towards the April. After that, you will be working on your dissertation, and the dissertation is an independent piece of research work that you will be doing while being supervised by a member of academic staff. So dissertation period starts in April and lasts until mid-August, at which point you will be submitting your dissertations. However, even though I said that dissertation is an independent piece of work, you will be supervised by a member of academic staff who is an expert in the field in which you are doing your research. And there will be lots of support sessions throughout that period where you will have an opportunity to have consultations with a member of staff, where you will be able to attend dissertation workshops or writing retreat sessions, which will help you to work on individual sort of sections and blocks of your dissertation as you progress through the experience. So if you come to us, there will be a welcome week, which is at the end of September, just before your studies start. So it's an opportunity to settle on campus, to get to know where your lecture setters are going to be, to get to know your timetable, to get to meet your classmates, to get to meet members of academic staff, so that when you actually start your studies, you're already comfortable and happy on campus. So the first master's program is Masters in Forensic Linguistics and Speech Science. So this is our new program. It runs this year first time. So next year it will be its second running. So this program, as I already mentioned, it looks at how language is used in forensic investigations. So for example, forensic linguistics looks at language as it occurs in criminal scenarios. So for example, we might analyze text messages to see who wrote them based on stylistic features, because we all have our own patterns of using language and writing and speaking. And so by looking at various stylistic features, for example, in which way a person expresses themselves, which sort of patterns of language they tend to use, you might be able to say if that message belongs to that person. In a similar way, when we deal with fraudulent phone calls, we might want to compare the acoustic signal or the voice of the recording against the other recordings to see if we can identify who made the call by looking at the acoustic signal, the patterns, of performance and the voice of that person, and also the linguistic sort of stylistic features that they use. So this program involves quite a lot of use of apps and technical engagement with specific applications to analyze the language. So here is an example for you. As you know, these days, there is a lot of artificial intelligence interfering with our normal sort of human life. And so sometimes reviews on the websites are written by not real people, but by bots. So I would like you to have a look on this slide and tell me which one do you think, which of these reviews, the red one or the blue one, was written by a bot, do you think? So I don't know, maybe you could write in a chat. But I'm not sure I can see the chat. Oh yeah, I can. Oh wait. So I give you maybe a few seconds to think about it. Do you think it's red as a bot or blue as a bot? Or maybe you're just being all very shy, which is okay as well. So maybe you have come up with your answer in your head. So I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, so we have got the blue version was a bot, so it was not written by a human being, and the red one was written by a human being. And there are features in that language that we can analyze to predict or to say with sort of certain degree of confidence that this was not a product of a human being, but a product of artificial intelligence. So there are various ways in which we can say that. As you can see on the slide, they're being highlighted. Some of them are being highlighted for you. Okay, so let's move on to the next MA program, and the next one is MA in Applied Linguistics and TESOL. So this MA program will advance your knowledge about theoretical aspects of linguistics and its practical applications, and additionally, it will also help you to learn about language learning and teaching. So if you are interested not just in linguistics as a field in general, sort of theoretical linguistics, if you are interested about how language is used or how we use knowledge about languages for teaching purposes, then, or if you are indeed thinking about teaching English as a second language yourself, or have already been doing it and want to learn more, then this program is right for you. This program has got 5 core modules because it's basically a double degree. So you get a knowledge in linguistics, applied linguistics, and you get a knowledge in TESOL. So, but however, there is still space for optional modules. You will have some opportunities to choose from what you really like in addition to the compulsory modules. So I would like you to read the following text on the screen, please. Okay, so I hope you succeeded in this task. So basically this text tells you that it doesn't matter in which order the letters in the word are. What matters is the last and the first letter are in the right place, and then we can read the text. So basically, we predict and construct meaning of the upcoming text by fitting the word's meaning into its general visual shape. So when you see the word and the letters are in the wrong order, as long as the first and the last letter are in the right place, you fit the meaning of the word that you think it is into that word. And when when the letters that when the meaning is fitted correctly, then when the visual shape sort of confirms that meaning of that word, then comprehension occurs. In a similar way, people of character-based languages like Japanese or Chinese, okay, or Korean, you don't read individual strokes in the characters, but you read the character as a whole. And so it works in a similar way. However, in addition to fitting the word's meaning into its shape, we do something else. And that something else is we rely on different types of knowledge when we construct meaning. And there are two types of knowledge. We have got systemic knowledge and schematic knowledge. So systemic knowledge is the knowledge about the language itself. So the knowledge about the letters, sounds, syllables, words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. So if I give you a text that is written in Russian language, you're not going to be able to read it because it's the language you don't understand, the symbols you don't understand, okay? So however, if I give you the text in Japanese or in English, you will be able to read it because you're familiar with the language knowledge, with the sort of linguistic aspect of it. Additionally to that, we have something that we call schematic knowledge. So schematic knowledge is the knowledge, such types of knowledge as sociocultural knowledge, genre knowledge, topic knowledge, and general world knowledge. So we bring information from these various types of knowledge into the reading as we read the text. So I would like you to read the following text quickly. Okay, so I'm going to hide the text now, and just think to yourself, did you notice the mistake in this text, or did you read it smoothly and it was all okay? If you read it smoothly and you thought there were no mistakes, then it means that you are a good reader, because your brain did not actually, tell you that there was a mistake in this text and it was saying galloping house was exhausted rather than galloping horse. Your brain knows that houses don't gallop. Your brain knows that horses do. And so when you were reading this text, as you were approaching this word house, your brain already knew, drawing on the previous and general world knowledge, that probably it will be a horse. And so when your eyes saw the house, you probably saw it correctly, but your brain overrun, outperformed sort of the eye recognition, and you read it as galloping horse was exhausted. Okay, and so this is one of the ways in which we predict the meaning of the upcoming text by drawing on various types of knowledge. So what does this experiment tell us about the implications for teaching practice? Well, when you teach somebody to read, you would need to make sure that they are supported with various resources to help them comprehend the text better. So for example, you can give them various linguistic, visual, and contextual clues before and during the reading process. So on this example, we have got a picture that accompanies a text, and the picture is descriptive of what is being said in the text. And so when learners read the text, they can refer to the picture to pick up the words or meaning of the unfamiliar words from the visual. Okay, so the next master's program is Masters in Language and Linguistics. So this master's will help you to develop specialist interest in a particular area of language and linguistics, or it also allows you to combine different areas of study in language and linguistics. So this is a program where you are your own designer of its structure. There are only two core modules. One core module is module in research methods, because you will need to be working on your dissertation, and we need to make sure that every single one of you is prepared in research methods in the same way. And another module is postgraduate academic study skills, about which I will talk in a minute, and it is a non-credited module. Apart from that, you have got a free choice of constructing your degree as you like by picking modules from the range of modules on this slide. So you can see there are various areas. So if we cluster modules together, you can see that they could be sort of put in particular groups. So some students say, I really want to do a master's in language and use, for example, masters in language and linguistics with the focus on language and use. And so they would choose modules such as corpus linguistics, introduction to discourse studies, intercultural communication from now on, intercultural business communication, pragmatics, forensic linguistics. If somebody wants to do masters in language and linguistics in language variation and change, they will take modules from that cluster. However, sometimes students come to us and they say, it's all very interesting. I want to pick and choose from every cluster, so they can do that as well. So it's up to you what you can choose as part of your language and linguistics degree. Okay, so the next program is Masters in Discourse Study. So this master's program will help you to develop skills in discourse analysis, drawing on a range of methodological sources. You will also learn to apply the skills for analyzing a range of spoken and written data. So for example, if you are interested in learning or knowing how a particular politician convinces people, to vote for him or her, then you could analyze the patterns of their speech to see, what exactly they're saying, how and when, that influences people's opinion or perceptions about validity, for example, of what they're saying. You can also look at newspapers and how minority or marginalized communities, for example, represented in newspapers, or how people are marginalized or promoted, or how various ideas are promoted through language. So discourse analysis allows you to do that sort of type of analysis. So the next master's program is Masters in Intercultural Business Communication. So this master's draws on both linguistics and social theory. It will deepen your understanding of business communication across cultures and will develop your expertise to advise on effective business communication in multicultural settings. So for example, if you're thinking of or if you're interested in effective communication in multicultural settings, like business, for example, communication, right? Or any other, or at the doctors, or it could be anything, as long as there are people who come from different cultures and different traditions with different sort of expectations, then this master's will raise your awareness of how to manage communications effectively, or how to communicate effectively in various settings, or how to advise other people on various aspects related to business communication. So here are some examples of the career paths that students can pursue or choose to pursue when they have taken master's programs with us. So you will see that, for example, if you want to pursue a career in language consultancy, or in translation, or maybe law in business, you can do masters in language and linguistics. If you want to pursue a career in language teaching, or maybe in curriculum design, or maybe you want to do some work for British Council roles, you could do masters in applied linguistics and TESOL. If you, as I said, if you're interested in advertising, journalism, business, marketing, the masters in discourse studies, because marketing is all about how we say what we want to sell, right? So it's in addition to the sort of political discourse and newspaper discourse, there's also many more other things related to marketing and advertising that MA in discourse studies may help you with. MA in intercultural business communication, we just talked about it, helps you secure jobs in public relations, in civil services, human rights and administration, human resources and administration, communication management, and many others. So these are some examples of career opportunities for masters in forensic linguistics and speech science. So you can see there is quite a lot about law enforcement, emergency services, dispute resolutions, crisis communications, government, legal and private consultancy, and so on, because that is about language use in law. Lancaster University offers all its students lifelong support with careers. So it's not only 2 years past your graduation from Lancaster that we will look after you. We will always look after you. So if you have, questions about careers as our alumni, you could always come back to Lancaster University and seek support. Here is a QR code in the middle of the slide for you to take if you want. If you want to see our students talking more about our programs and about various aspects of our programs and about various programs as well. So yes. Oh wait. Oh no. Hold on. I accidentally clicked on the wrong stuff. Okay, so I'm now going to briefly talk to you about our Masters by Distance Learning programs. The advantage of a distance learning program is that it is run entirely online. So you wouldn't need to come to Lancaster at all. You can stay in your home country, you could do your job, or you could get a job, or you could do it part-time. So this is a master's program that you get from Lancaster even though it is taught online, your certificate, your diploma won't be saying that it is online program. It will be saying it will be just a master's program in a particular area. So the word online won't be featured there, but you would have studied it online. So we have got 4 master's programs offered online. So they are masters in TESOL, both 2 programs, and masters in TESOL with the pathways. Okay, so masters in TESOL with corpus linguistics and masters in TESOL with language testing. So if you're interested not just in teaching English to speakers of other languages, but you're also interested in how you can apply the corpora or big samples of language data for a variety of areas of language teaching, for example, for curriculum design or for materials design or for your classroom worksheets, then you could take this master's program, and it will train you in how to use these tools and inform your teaching practice. The second master's program is again in TESOL, so it will advance your TESOL teaching English to speakers of other languages knowledge, and will also train you as a language tester and assessor, because as you know, being a TESOL teacher means also you need to assess your students, but this program will allow you to take this assessment level, assessment sort of element 1 level above, because you will have specific dedicated modules that focus on language testing and assessment. So here is the structure. Also, my colleagues will be talking about these programs more specifically in a webinar similar to this one. And if you want to attend it, you can just go on our university website, so linguistics website, and there will be a link to register for those sessions, and it is free completely for you to do so. So here is a structure of the first master's program with language, so masters in TESOL with language testing. As you can see here, in the first year of studies, you will be doing 1 module each term. So there are 3 modules, each of which is focusing on the area of TESOL. And then in the second year, the 2 modules are focusing in language testing. So it's exploring language constructs for language testing and language test construction and evaluation. So first part of the degree is TESOL, second part of the degree is language testing. Then you work on your dissertation program. The same format is followed in the TESOL with corpus linguistics program. The first year, you're focusing on TESOL modules. The second year, you're taking modules that are dedicated to corpus linguistics, which is fundamentals in corpus linguistics and using corpora in language teaching. So it specifically prepares you in using corpus tools in language teaching environment. And there is a dissertation program project. So we also have a master's programs by distance learning that don't have the TESOL component, but they entirely focus in corpus linguistics and entirely focus in language testing. So you can see here, masters in corpus linguistics and masters in language testing. And here is the structure of them. So masters in corpus linguistics focuses on corpus linguistics. Okay, so first of all, you learn about what is corpus linguistics, then you look at how to design corpora and how to collect the data for your language corpora. You look at how statistics is used and how data is interpreted and visualized using the statistical analysis. That is the first year. In the second year, you will look at corpus-based grammar and vocabulary, and you will have 1 optional module between the 2. So you will choose between using corpora in language teaching and between corpus-based discourse analysis. So, and then you will work on your dissertation project. As I said, this master's program runs part-time. So you do it over a period of 2 years. The same applies to the masters in language testing. If you have got language testing experience or have had some language testing experience before, this program would be good for you, but it's quite an advanced program. So usually language testers or professionals who are already holding some sort of language testing knowledge or experience or qualifications take this program. And you can see from the slide that it focuses entirely on various aspects of language testing. So here are my colleagues talking about these 2 respective programs. So Judith Tineke at the top talks about language testing program, and Václav at the bottom talks about a corpus linguistics program. These colleagues of mine are experts in these respective fields of study. So we are coming back to the module that I mentioned to you before. It's called Postgraduate Academic Study Skills. So this module is a non-assessed module, so you won't need to submit any coursework for it. But this module has been designed just to help you to do well on your master's degree when you come to a different country to study in a different educational system from what you are used to. So in this program, in this module, we help you with your academic reading, writing, and note-taking skills. We help you to plan and organize your presentations. We help you to understand and interpret correctly assessment briefs, assignment briefs. So when you receive assignment for a particular module, if you don't understand what is needed, this module will help you to correctly interpret what is expected of you, so you produce the right type of output in your assignment. We also develop your critical thinking and reflective practice skills, but that is not only done in this module, it's done throughout the program. So we hope that by the end of the degrees with us, you will be critical thinkers. So in addition to academic aspects of study, I already mentioned to you research methods, research groups and research centers. So additionally to that, we have got spaces for students to work together to, in a very sort of relaxed environment where they can read together, prepare for a seminar together. In the department, there is a room with space where students could do that. We have got a postgraduate conference that is run by our department, where you could hear PhD students talking about their research, where you could hear members of academic staff, attending the conference as well and providing their input on students' work. You could even participate yourself if you're far enough in your master's project. There are also opportunities for students to study abroad or to visit other locations with some sort of academic purpose, or it could be just vocational purpose as well, because as I mentioned in the very early slides, Lancaster is a global university. We have got lots of partnerships around the world, and you will be able to benefit from these partnerships if you choose to. So for example, when you graduate from your master's program, you will have up to a year to benefit from Lancaster University's summer schools, placements, partnerships, and so on. So if you're interested, when you come here, I will tell you much more about it. Okay, so here are some happy students in our department. This picture is taken at the end of term 1. So when students are working on their assignments, having studied for the first 3 months, October, November, December. So this is a Christmas celebration. You can see students are smiling despite being under pressure to submit their assignments. This is students celebrating Chinese New Year right after they submitted their assignments. So in the beginning of term 2, and you can see they're very happy. They're enjoying the dumplings and origami and talking to the members of staff. And we have got the third celebration, Eid Mubarak, or it could be another celebration like a pancake day, for example, which happens early in term 3. And the culmination of all this is a Lake District walk that we organize for master students at the department. So members of academic staff, together with master students and sometimes PhD students join us. We go to the National Park of England in the UK, which is called the Lake District. It's really, really picturesque. And if the weather is beautiful, you're really going to enjoy it and keep these pictures, forever in your memory about your visit to Lancaster. So next I'm going to introduce my student, Ko. But unfortunately, somehow I forgot to change the picture code. So it is going to be Samantha's picture on the next slide. So please ignore that. Please, everybody, ignore the picture on the slide and look at the video of my student Ko, who is going to tell you in Japanese about his experiences of studying on a master's program in our department. So I quickly skip the next slide, okay?
Okay. はい、ここからは日本語で、今、マスター in Applied Linguistics and TESOL で勉強している沼野幸と申します。少しこちらでの研究と勉強についてお話しして共有できたらなと思います。まず、一つ目の質問、スライドにある通りに、Why Lancaster University なのか。で、いくつか大学をイギリスの中で探していて、アプライもしてたんですけども、学部の時のお世話になった先生や、学部の時につながりがある先生からランカスターは、レベルも高くて有名な先生も来られていいよっていうアドバイスもいただけたので、ランカスターに選びました。で、2つ目の質問は、Your favorite spot on campus は、 そうですね。キャンパス内だと、一番このウェビナーの最初に紹介があった通り、森の中を歩ける散歩の道があるので、そこはすごくあの落ち着くというか、勉強に疲れた時にそこに歩きに行って、運がいいとウサギとか、カモも、ダックもたくさんいますし、あとリスとかもいて、動物もたくさんいて、なんか大学じゃないみたいな感じなので、そこはすごくお気に入りの場所です。で、Your favorite module は、僕は、そうですね。Using Copra in Language Teaching はすごく面白くて興味深かったなと思います。というのも、学部の時にコーパスについてはあまり勉強していなかったのと、やっぱコーパスはもともとあるものからコーパスを使って教材を作るとか、コーパスを使って授業をするというばかりに焦点を当ててたんですけど、自分自身が教師になった時にコーパスを自分自身で作る、生徒のラーナーコーパスを作ることができるっていうのは学んで、生徒をよく知るためにも、その分析のツールとして、コーパスを使うことができるんだなっていうのを学べたのはすごく貴重な授業だったかなって今思っても振り返ります。Oksana, could you go to the next? Yeah, thank you very much. How do you spend your academic time? 授業があるその10週間の時は授業に出るのと自分の部屋で勉強するのが大半です。たまにそうですね。図書館に行って本を借りたり、図書館で友達と勉強したりとかもあります。で、その他にも自分の興味のあるラボミーティングに出席して、先生方と PhD の学生の発表を聞いてディスカッションをしたり、あと、デパートメントからもコラボラティブスタディスペースとか、あとパスモーションの説明があった通り、学べるコミュニティがたくさんあるので、そこに出席して、あの、いろんな国から来た学生とシェアをしたり、ディスカッションしたり、課題を一緒にしたりっていう時間を共に過ごしています。で、How do you spend the rest of my time? は、授業があるときは先ほど述べたようで、授業がない少しあのお休みがあるときには課題をやるのももちろんなんですけど、イギリス内の街に結構たくさん出かけています。例えば、ヨークとかブラックポーとかレイクディストリクトにも行きましたし、あとエディンバラにも行って楽しんでいます。はい。そうですね。結構、イギリス国内であればいろいろなところに、ランカスター真ん中にあるので、行きやすいのがいいなっていうのはあります。はい。で、最後の質問で、interesting or surprising thing I have learned or my most memorable experience. Most memorable experience for me is 何ですかね。うん、ちょっとかなり嬉しかったのは、1学期の課題を提出して、少し経った後に、その授業を持った先生からすごく内容が面白いから、パブリッシュに向けて少しリサーチプロジェクトとして PhD の学生と一緒に研究をしてみようということで、今もなお授業や卒論とは別にPhD の学生と一緒にリサーチプロジェクトをしてリサーチスキルを伸ばしています。で、パブリッシュに向けて頑張ってやっているところなので、そこは自分にとって嬉しかった一番思い出のある、今も続いてるんですけど、interesting, surprise things for me ですね。はい。こんな感じで終わりたいと思います。Thank you, Oksana. I'll
Thank you
return.
very much, Ko. I'm sure that was really informative and really interesting to our participants, though I didn't understand a word of it, but it was really nice to listen to the sound of your speech in a different language. So thank you so much. So, okay, everybody, if you really liked what Ko has said and what I have said so far in this presentation, and you are wondering how you could join us, there are various ways you could do it. You could email me directly, or you could apply of course, via your agent, and we will send you the link or through your agent, or we send the link to your agent, and your agent applies for the program that you are interested in, or your agents can directly apply to Lancaster University by following the www.lancaster.ac.uk/linguistics, choosing the type of a program on campus or by distance learning, and then from there choosing the program that you really want, or going to www.lancaster.ac.uk and following the path of a home, study at Lancaster, postgraduate courses, and then you type in a box the title of the course that you're interested in, and you will get the list of the courses, and you choose the course that you're interested in. So what are the entry requirements? So in terms of academic requirements, you will need to have at least a 2-1 bachelor's honors degree or equivalent. So in your case, it will be, of course, a bachelor's degree from Japan. You can have a look on the website. I mean, when the application is submitted, of course, you can't access the link on my slide, but when the application is submitted, when you are in the apply space, there is exactly the same link, and you can click on it, and it will tell you for your university from which you graduated exactly what the entry requirements are. So whether sometimes it is in a percentage or sometimes it is on a scale sort of range, but you will know from there whether you meet the requirement or not. Also, there is English language requirement because English is not your first language, as is the case for many other international students. So you will need to sit one of the standardized tests, either IELTS academic test or TOEFL or Pearson. So for IELTS, you will need to have overall score of at least 6.5, with 6.5 in reading and writing and at least 6 in listening and speaking. So the other requirements for other tests are listed on the slide. If you happen to miss out on the requirement, for example, on IELTS, let's say your IELTS is not 6.5, but it is 6, or let's say your writing is not 6, but 5.5. If this is the case, don't get disappointed. You can still apply for a place with us. We offer language support or language training courses, language for academic purposes. So if you miss out on the score just a little bit, we will offer you English for academic purposes, which is a 4-week course just before your program starts. On successful completion of that course, you will be, given, transferred into the master's program. So your offer will be conditional on successful accomplishment of this course. If your English is a bit lower, you will be invited to take a 10-week pre-sessional course. And so, again, on successful completion, you will be able to join the program. Lancaster has actually very recently introduced a 20-week pre-sessional course as well. So you can find more information on that on the website. The same is also, we have also got something that is called a pre-master's program. This is for students who don't meet our master's, our entry requirement on academic grounds. Let's say we want you to achieve 75% in your bachelor's degree, and let's say you achieve 70% or 65%. We have got something that is called pre-master's program, which is a year when you come and study in preparation for your master's degree of your choice. For a year, we develop your skills to help you succeed in a master's program that you like. So you come for a master's program, pre-master's program, already sort of holding that place for your master's on successful completion of pre-master's program. Okay, so that's something else to bear in mind if you're interested. Okay, so here is some more space with information on our website for international students. And you can see here, I have highlighted pre-masters. There is also information about scholarships, about fees, about visas, about all various sort of things that international students tend to ask when they go into study abroad. So that's all from me. So here is a picture of Ko. So I did update the slides. It's just that was a bit weird. So anyhow, now it is an opportunity for you to ask the questions, and thank you very much for listening. I hope that was useful. So please ask questions. You can ask in Japanese or you can ask in English, and me and Ko are really happy to answer any questions. If you don't have any questions now, or if you're feeling shy, please feel free to email me, and my email address is in the middle of this slide. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 何かご質問などございましたら、こちらでチャットからでも入れていただいて大丈夫ですので、せっかくの機会ですので、ぜひある方はお願いします。
質問しても大丈夫ですか？
はい、どうぞ。
はい。Thank you for the wonderful information. Actually, I have two questions. The first is it possible to take some classes from other programs? For example, if I were in applied linguistics program, can I take some classes from, for example, discourse analysis or something? And second question is there any teaching assistantship or research assistantship or other financial support?
Thank you very much for your questions. Both questions are fantastic. Okay, the question number one, yes, if you do Masters in Language and Linguistics, basically the full range of modules, they're the modules that are offered across the department. So yes, there are modules from other master's programs available to you as well. So Masters in Forensic Linguistics, or Masters in Discourse Studies, Masters in Intercultural Business Communication, Masters in Language in TESOL, Applied Linguistics and TESOL. So these modules are also available to you to take as part of your Masters in Language and Linguistics degree. So you construct, you shape your own degree. As I said, the only module that we make you take is Masters in Research Methods module. Everything else, so you have 6 modules to take. Research Methods is compulsory. Postgraduate academic study skills doesn't count because it doesn't cost you credits. So remaining 5 modules is of your choice from any program. Okay, so the question number 2 is about the scholarships, okay, and studentships. So information about the scholarships is available on our website. So when you go to individual program, if you scroll down the page, there is information of various types of scholarships, and you can see, if you fit any one of them. So for example, if you're an international student with a degree with a first in your bachelor's degree, I think you automatically qualify for a scholarship. I mean, a small contribution. It's not the full fees, but a contribution or reduction to your tuition fees, if you come to us as a student with a first in bachelor's, or if you are our alumni student, if you've taken, bachelor's program with us, or there are other scholarships. You just need to have a look on the website because the scholarships do vary. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
この他にご質問などございません場合は、大丈夫な方から今回はご退出いただいて大丈夫です。
Yes, can I ask a question?
Yes, of course.
I'm Akane. Thank you for your presentation. And first, I was surprised your coffee cup is so big. Okay, and I want to know what's merit to study in the UK?
Why you should come to study in the UK?
Sorry?
Yeah, your question is why?
Yes.
Yeah, why you should come to study? Yeah, okay. Well,
yes. I mean, many countries, we can go many countries, but why choice to study? In the UK? Yes.
Yes, I think it's a beautiful question, and it's a really, really good question. So I think that there are various sort of reasons, as you could argue for any other country as well. Okay, so of course you get to meet.
Could you speak more slowly?
Yes, I tried. Okay, so reason number 1 about Lancaster University, which is in the UK, is that we are one of the top universities in the world, top departments in the world. Okay, so we're third best in the world. We're even better than Cambridge. Okay, in linguistics. Okay, not in everything, but in linguistics. So we have got vast variety of expertise, specifically in linguistics and English language teaching, in language testing, in corpus linguistics, in forensic linguistics. So coming to us guarantees you that you will be taught by experts in the field, by people who are doing top quality research. So you basically you get the best exposure and best opportunity to benefit from that year of learning from experts and being surrounded by research community, who are leading research in the field. So that's number one. Number two is it's quite rainy in the UK. There is a lot of rain, so if you fancy rain, you can come to the
I'm
UK.
sorry, training? What? Training?
Rain, the weather.
Sorry?
The
Ame.
weather.
Ame.
Ame?
Yeah, it's a joke. Okay, Cole, can you explain?
雨が、たくさん降るよねっていう。
Yeah, okay.
I
So
see.
yeah, so of course, I mean, coming to the English language speaking country, you will advance your English language skills as a language itself. So, but that could be in United States of America, in Australia, in New Zealand, equally. Okay, so I think the biggest advantage for you to come to the UK, and particularly to Lancaster University, would be that you would be taught by experts in the field of linguistics, through the rankings, as we're third best in the world. I think that would be, if it was my choice, that's why I would be choosing the place, because it is going to give me the knowledge that I need, that is, that is right at the front of the discipline in which I'm interested in. Everything else is just additional. I mean, we have got beautiful, very friendly staff here, very friendly students. Co can support me in that. We have got, as I said, a very beautiful campus with fantastic facilities. So I think if you like that, also the atmosphere of the campus life, as opposed to the city, big city with a lot of sort of noise, busy traffic and so on. If you don't want that, if you want to actually be able to sit down in your room with your books, with your friends, to do some studies, very quickly get yourself to the lecture theatre, do your lectures, come back, maybe go to the sports center or go for a walk. And then, so it's all very, very coherent, very collegial, very homely environment here at Lancaster, because we are a campus university. So if you like that, and if you like the greenery, and if you like, people smiling, and if you like international students as well, because there are lots of international students here as well, and lots of societies and lots of events for students on campus. So yeah, I probably can talk about Lancaster forever, so I better stop.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。それでは時間になりましたので、今回は終了とさせていただければと思いますので、またご質問などございましたら、メールの方にご連絡をいただけたらと思いますので、よろしくお願いいたします。Okay, thank you so much today.